Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Is it afternoon? When does evening start? It's, you know what? On the East Coast, it's of the United States. That is, it's just before 5:00 p.m. Let's call that the afternoon. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mid-Atlantic Bowling League's Chaos Cup. We're closing out week number 5 this evening with a very fun game. I think we're gonna have an Edge team versus a mixed team, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. I think tonight we're gonna have the Blitzburg Steelers versus the MAML Nightmare, JD Whitey versus Festung. We've got Skaven and we've got Necro taking to the pitch. Lots of fur. Lots of fur on the pitch. We'll take a look at the standings here before we take a look at these two teams. In Division A, currently in first place is BB Nuts Believe Broncos. They're a Nurgle team. They are 4-1-0. In second place, Ajax is the Fishy Fiends. They're a Chaos Renegades team. They're 3-1-1. In Galeshi's, the Birds of a Feather are an Elven Union team, and they are in third place with a record of 2-2-0. Over in Division B, we've got Philosopher's Song, coached by Spire. They're in first place. They're a Lizardman team. They are 3-2-0. S Beavers, Wooden Men, and Iron Trees are in second. They're a Wood Elf team. They are 2-2-0. And the Goner Gets, coached by Cobblestorm, are a Goblin team. They're in third place with a record of 2-1-1. And over in Division C, we've got Doug the Minotaur on top with the Ditterell Darlings. They're a Dwarven team. They are 5-0-0. Clyphus is Odin. It's Snuffle is in second place. They're a Norse team. They're 3-1-0. And Moobs NC Snakes are a Dark Elf team. They're in third place with a record of 2-2-0. The home team for tonight's matchup are going to be the Blitzburg Steelers. They're the Skaven team, coached by JD Whitey. They're coming in a TV of 1,075,000 gold. They have 10 players on the roster. They're going to have to pick up a journeyman for 50K. They've got the Rat Ogre. They've got 2 of the Blitzers. They have all 4 gutter runners, a thrower, and they'll have 3 linemen on this roster, 1 Oppo, 5 dedicated fans, just the 2 rerolls. They're going to be up against this Necro team this evening. Festung's MAML Night. I just said it was afternoon. Festung's MAML Nightmare. They're coming in a TV of 950,000 gold. They have, looks like 10 players on the roster. They're going to be down a Flesh Golem in this matchup. They'll have to pick up a journeyman. That's going to bring them to 2 werewolves, 2 wraiths, just the 1 ghoul runner, 1 Flesh Golem, and a bunch of zombies, or maybe a skeleton. I'm not sure how that works. I don't know if it's a random pick. I meant to look that up. If it's a random pick on the lineman or not. But regardless, that's 5 dedicated fans, 2 rerolls, 1125 minus 990. That's going to be 135,000K in petty cash going to the Necro team this evening. That's enough to pick up, I think, just Bryce, right? Bryce the Slice Campbell. Yeah, Bryce at 130K. The only star player that Fistung would be able to pick up, I'm probably not going to pick this player up. It's a chainsaw player, so it's a straight armor break. If you elect to use the chainsaw, it's a 3+. Of course, Bryce has his Ghostly Flames. That's his once per game ability here. If he blitzes and chooses to use the chainsaw, can make it a 4+ instead. Of course, as a secret weapon, not that great for the money, I think. I imagine that that inducement cash will go into some of these here. Maybe that crucial 3rd reroll with the extra team training. Maybe something else. We'll see. We'll see how Festung decides to spend that money. But let's take a look at these rosters here. What is Festung? Well, actually, let's take a look at the Skaven team first. The Skaven team, what are they going to do? SP Beaver says Undead really needs some werewolves on their team. No, they don't. The Skaven team, very, very fast, very agile team. They are going to want to stay clear of this Necro team and just keep their players alive with these 4 gutter runners. MA9, Adge 2+, absolutely ridiculous. They all come with the dodge skill as well. Psycho, the number 5 gutter runner, is a blodger, so has block and dodge. He picked up Big Hand on Hot Rod here as well. The number 6 gutter runner, that means he doesn't care if he's marked when he's picking up that ball. He's got a giant hand. He does have one of the linemen with Dauntless. He, of course, has block on the thrower. JD Whitey spreading out those skills, spreading out an SPP, picking up block where he can. Got the big hand on one of the gutter runners as well. We saw El Numerino play with a devastating gutter runner on his, I believe it was his Underworld team. And I imagine as we see this team get kitted out, the same will happen with the Steelers, provided those gutter runners stay alive. Those gutter runners are going to be absolute targets for the Necro team. But if they break away, and it's very easy to do, they're going to score. It's going to be very, very hard to stop the Steelers from scoring tonight. But they want to step back. They want to not take hits. And that means they want to force the other team to be restricted to just a blitz a turn. And that means this Necro team, what they're going to have to do is they've got to spread out their team. They have to screen out the entire pitch. Their job is to put tackle zones between those gutter runners in the end zone. It's very hard to stop these gutter runners. There's two ways to do that. Make them roll a bunch of dice or get them off the pitch. And those are the two tactics that Festoon's going to have to employ to come out on top tonight. Those werewolves can do a great job of removing players. Now, granted, Claw not going to be an effect on most of that opposing team. Claw treats your effective AV as if it's an 8+. Most of the Skaven team's already an 8+. But 4 dice on the Frenzy block or the Frenzy Blitz, that's a big deal. It's helping guarantee you're going to get that knockdown on that player. And if it's a Skaven player, they're only an AV 8, a Skaven player. If it's a gutter runner or a lineman or something, 8+, they're off the pitch. So I think we're going to see the werewolves on defense in the secondary and just kind of shooting across the line of scrimmage or shooting out into a wide zone, taking a blitz, pulling back to the secondary, or maybe even as a linebacker, right? Just pulling back behind the line, taking those blocks, trying to get those removals. All the while, everybody else is screening out the Skaven team. If you don't screen out the Skaven team, you don't have the speed to catch them. Your fastest players are the werewolves, sure, but if you're going to pull them in forward to take those blitzes, a gutter runner is going to get behind you, and you're never ever going to catch them. MAML Nightmare, I think, is in a tricky position tonight, just because Skaven, right? Either Skaven wins big or they collapse big. So Festoon's going to have to find that balance where he stays in front of the Skaven team while removing players. If Festoon can find that balance, they'll win for sure. It's just a very tricky thing to do against a team like this. 4 gutter runners. 4! If you had 2, that would be enough to deal with. But 4 is an absolute nightmare, especially now that some of them have a number of skills. So, and 2 great coaches as well, so we'll see what tactics they have up their sleeve. Festoon needs to lean into whatever inducements they're picking up today. They're going to need every little edge they can get to try to get removals. That might mean a foul. Or a bribe, rather. That might mean they spend $100K on a bribe, trying to, if they get a knockdown on one of these gutter runners, maybe they go for the foul and try to remove it early. We'll see. Yeah, that's exactly what Festoon's going to do. So they're going to pick up a bribe. They picked up an assistant coach. So that's how they're going to try to get the advantage here against this Skaven team. Every single gutter runner you take off the pitch is going to be make a huge difference for the Necro team. It's just navigating those waters early in the game can be a little tricky. Again, you have to screen out the opposing team. You have to take those blocks and blitzes. Steelers win the kick, and they're going to choose, or win the coin toss. They're going to choose to receive here in the first half of the game. So this suggests what they're going to do is they're going to try to force an early score. Of course, they're going to try to stop the score if at all possible. Try to force the early score. Again, oh, this is the Steelers. I thought it was the Necro team. The Steelers are choosing to be on defense because they want 11 players on the pitch. Plain and simple. They want their most effective defense on the pitch. So going with the split anchor formation. Now MAML Nightmare to set up their offense. There's 3 on the line for the defense, 7 currently on the line for the offense. Both teams had to pick up a journeyman. You can see the number 11 journeyman here, the right defensive tackle. Currently, for the offense, number 5 lineman is the journeyman, and we'll call that a left tackle. PB Nut, Electrics Man, SP Beaver, Festoon, welcome onto the stream. PB Nut says, I would stay neutral, but JD Whitey said some awful things about my cars. Like, go Festoon. Zorath, Flesh Render. Flesh Render? I'm going to say Renderer at some point. The number 6 school runner back to receive currently. Rookie on the team, so has the dodge skill, MA7 as well. 2 Wraiths are up at the line. Those are the blitzers for a Necro team. Here's the kick. Deep kick. Steelers are going to earn that very important 3rd reroll here. 2-die block to get things started. A push on the right defensive end. Two pushes on the line. Third block on the line is going to be a pal. Got the knockdown, no armor break. Those linemen, those gutter runners have AV8+. It's fairly fragile. SP Beaver says, I have to root for the MAML Nightmare. I'm still bitter about the Skaven Rats scoring of me from a couple seasons ago. Gutter runners are annoying. Very annoying. They're great when they're on your team, of course. Not so great when you have to deal with them. One minute to go here in the first turn of the game. After taking a block on the line, repositioning a few players toward the ball. Now taking another block here with Corpse Grip Stumblefoot, the number 13 zombie. Gets a push out of this. Now the ball pickup on the 3+. Fails the 3+. We'll probably let this slide. There it is. You have to be a little careful of letting the ball slide here when you're up against a Skaven team. Look where the gutter runner can get. Fast Willie is fast. They don't call him Fast Willie for no reason. Failed the Animal Savagery roll with the Rat Ogre. That is the nega trait for this big guy. If they fail that roll, it's a... if they're taking a blocker or a blitz, they have to roll the die. It's 2+, otherwise it's 4+. But if they fail the roll, so long as they have a friendly player next to them, they can beat up on that player, and they're guaranteed to activate. So one of the more reliable big guys, and got the removal here against Rotgut McSmash. Yeah, the Rat Ogre applying early pressure here. Now on the opposing 8-yard line after the blitz. Here they come. Here they come. The Vermintide. Here they come. Fastest pieces in the game. Hot Rod, the number 6 gutter runner, does have that big hand. Doesn't care if he's marked for the ball pickup. Destined to lead the Autobots after Optimus Prime, spoiler, dies. But he dies like 100 times, so it's fine. BB Nuts says, can you make it a rule that after Aaron Rodgers signs for the Steelers, JD has to name his thrower Rodgers? I certainly could. Turn 2 now for MAML Nightmare. A whole gaggle of Skaven skittering toward this ball. Here's the blitz of DK Run Fast. Gets a pal, looking for an 8+ here with Clath Nightmare and the number 4 Wraith. Doesn't get anything. After the blitz, Festoon taking some time to decide here. And that's a thing, you should always avail yourself of your resources. Festoon has 2 rerolls, has a bribe, has 7 minutes, 30 seconds on the bonus clock. There's the ball pickup, picks it up with the Ghoul. Doesn't declare a handoff, so the Ghoul's going to move up to the 8-yard line and be covered by, looks like the 2 werewolves here. I played football in high school. I started as a running back. My very first carry, I broke a vein in my wrist. And I was out for the rest of the game. And then after that, I was a defensive back for the remainder of my high school years. Turn 2 now for the Steelers. Take a block against Jeffroy. The number 5 zombie lineman over in the left wide zone gets the knockdown. Yeah, I took a face mask right to the wrist. Held on to the ball though. Tight cage on the ball carrier currently. Gutter runners are fast. They're only a strength of 2. PBS has played rugby my first training session. I was a hooker. Then my shorts got ripped in the first scrum, and I said, F that. Let's move to the backs. I have a friend who plays rugby. That's okay. I'm sure everybody understands the context. I was a hooker. Blitz by the Rat Ogre. Taking these blitzes with the Rat Ogre because the Rat Ogre has Mighty Blow and Frenzy. There's the armor break. Got a stun. Mighty Blow giving you the +1 to your armor or your injury roll, whichever roll you need it for. And now takes a mark against Vrex the Devourer, the number 3 Wraith on the front left corner of the cage. Two-die block on the number 13 lineman. Got a pal here. This is Psycho on the block. This is the blodger. So there's in this matchup, only a pal is going to knock down Psycho. There's no tackle on the board. Turn 3 now, back to the MAML Nightmare. Wow, that's scary. I'm glad you didn't. I assume you didn't. I assume this story doesn't end with, could have lost my thumb, and I did. Yeah, my buddy of mine that plays rugby, I have a lot of respect for it, just because we're kind of at that age where it's like, you got to start asking questions. Like, should I be doing this? So props to him for continuing to play and be very active with stuff like that. Blitz by Craven Blade Claw gets the knockdown on Peasy. Went after the number 2 Blitzer there. The Blitzer, of course, has strength of 3 as opposed to, say, a gutter runner with a strength of 2. Also has an AV of 9+ instead of an 8+. Sets up the cage back over on the left side of the pitch now on the 14-yard line, keeping that tight cage. I don't know if being shorter is fine. My goodness. You super duper broke that. Oh, boy. Turn 3 back to the Steelers now. Minute 30 left on the clock here in turn 3. Early pressure by this Skaven team. Here we go. Right with the Rat Ogre Blitz. Gets the knockout. Starts the turn with that blitz. If that blitz fails, that could be a problem. Of course, the big guys are loners, so a loner you can see You have to spend the team reroll first, then you roll a d6. If you get a 4+, you can use it. Otherwise, you'll lose it. Yeah, it makes me very sad that age catches up to us all, because it doesn't feel like it. Well, it doesn't feel like it until like you do something like that, and you're like, oh, now it feels like it. 32 seconds to go here in turn 3. SPB asked, does the rat have prehensile tail? Yes, the rat ogre? Rat ogre does. 1 die block on corpse grip stumblefoot. We'll get a knockdown here. I slept last night and woke up with a sore back and calf muscle. Yeah, look at that 2+ dodge, thanks to that edge of 2+. Continuing to apply the pressure here, and now every corner of this cage marked. The ball carrier marked. Turn 4 down from MAML Nightmare. 2 die block against Psycho. This is only going to be a both standing result unless the reroll is spent. Again, needs a POW against Psycho in order to get the knockdown. Block plus dodge, a very powerful combo in this game. MAML Nightmare needs to find a way to get out of this pressure, and I think that probably means getting behind this defense. If you can find a way to swing out and just get a turn of protection. Frenzy follow-up into a spent reroll. Gets the armor break. Only gets a stun out of it. DK run fast. Stunned on the blitz. Dragon Red Claw repositioning to take a mark on the bus. Very impressive flag. It's not often you have a flag that's just has holes in it. Turn 4 now for the Steelers. Ball under immense pressure. 2 die blocked by Peasy. The number 2 blitzer has a serious injury. Gets a push out of this. Final turn of the first quarter here. Steelers continuing with their big-time defensive pressure here, trying to get this ball out of the hands of this Necro team. Takes a mark, negates Craven Blade Claw as an assist. Here we go. The 2 die blitz on the ball carrier. This is just a push. Frenzy follow-up. Oh, just gets another push out of that. Got 4 dice, but got only a push. Ball carrier is going to remain standing here in the first quarter. Move, welcome to the stream. Move says added an unnecessary rush there. Yeah, that follow up there, because of the direction they went, ends up having to rush on that block. Foul appearance roll fails over on the right side of the line-ish. So these wraiths have foul appearance. This is a skill where when somebody tries to block or blitz them, they have to roll a d6 first. And on a 1, they're so disgusted by their appearance that they decide to change their mind and not block or blitz. So they lose their block or lose their blitz. And remember, a blitz is a once per turn action. So if you try to blitz somebody with foul appearance and you fail that roll, you've lost your blitz for the turn. Second quarter begins here. A push to start the quarter off. A second push here by Dragon Redclaw. Frenzy follow-up. Got the knockdown on Fast Willie. An 8+ will break armor. No armor break. Remember, Claw not going to be terribly useful in this matchup. Claw treats your opponent's AD effectively as 8+, but most of the team's already there. Here's the Blitz on Hot Rod. Got the knockdown, but again, no armor break. Two-die block against Psycho gets a both standing result with the Flesh Golem. Just one Flesh Golem on the roster this evening. Uh-oh. Spends the final reroll here. Wants to keep the drive alive. Gets a knockdown against Terrible Towel number 2. This ball carrier has to get away from this Rat Ogre, but the Rat Ogre has the prehensile tail, so that's a 50-50 dodge. And that works out. Well, 50-50 without the reroll. 75% with the reroll. And now the ball all the way back up to the line of scrimmage over in the right wide zone, just off the right sideline, has yet to cross the line of scrimmage. Turn 5 for the Steelers. A mark taken on the ball carrier by Psycho. Again, Psycho, the blodger. Good dodge by DK Run Fast. DK Run Fast moving back toward the ball. Trying to stay in the drive. Skaven teams do not have difficulty staying on the drive with their pieces. They are so incredibly fast. A gutter runner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's where they can get. Without rushing. They can be anywhere. Two-die blitz on the ball carrier. Got the knockdown here. 8+ will break armor. No armor break. Is the ball going to stay on the pitch? It will. It bounces right next to Mean Joe Green, the blitzer. Got the knockdown on the ball carrier. Blitzer recovered the ball. Mean Joe Green in possession of the ball now. The defense able to recover this ball. And now looking to score here in the first half. They move the ball down pitch to get it under some protection here. Sets up the pocket with Fast Willie and Psycho. One die block over in the left wide zone. Gets a push. Gonna set up for a surf next turn against Stitch Jaw Brain Snap. No, doesn't follow up. Fails the Animal Savagery roll with the Rat Ogre. Wanted to reposition the Rat Ogre here because that was not a block or a blitz. That's a 4+. Failed the 4+ roll. Didn't have somebody adjacent to beat up on, and so that Rat Ogre is now confused. They've lost their tackle zones and lost their turn. Blitz to get things started here in turn 6 for MAML Nightmare. They get the knockout thanks to the block skill on Vrex the Devourer. Knocks down Fast Willie on the left side of the ball carrier. Repositions the Wraith to take a mark now on Mean Joe Green. Even not asked, what's the Skaven thrower called? Where is he? He is Big Ben. Getting players in on this now, this defense turned offense. Lots of players for this Necro team piling in over on the right side. Got to be careful of giving up the left side of the pitch as well. Skaven team's very, very fast again. 50-50 dodge to get off the sideline. Has to take the chance there with the Ghoul Runner. It's kind of scary because the Ghoul Runner only has an AV of 8+ and does not have regen, but the Surf would be a guaranteed removal. Turn 6 now for the Steelers. Vodner, welcome to the stream. Vodner says, I don't know who to root for. Steelers with a win this evening will advance into 3rd place in Division A. They get an assist against Frex the Devourer here at the beginning of the turn. Ball carrier currently marked. Here's the blitz. Got through the foul appearance roll. 2-die blitz. Got the POW on Frex. 9+ breaks armor. Big Ben the thrower on the blitz. Black Wolf, welcome to the stream. Black Wolf says, let's go, everybody! Rush to hand off to Hot Rod. There it is. And now JD Whitey is going to calculate whether he needs to get in the end zone now or not. Says, nope, I'll stall this out a couple of turns. Scoots over to the left wide zone there with Hot Rod. Hot Rod threatening to score in an upcoming turn. Good handoff to the gutter runner. Oh man, I can't hear alerts again. Failed the rush. Failed the rush. Never fail to dodge, but you fail the rush all the time. Blitz by Psycho gets a stun out of this. Or not a blitz, a block with Psycho coming in the assist. Peasy on the block. Gets the knockdown. Also, Trusty Patch is rooting for the Rats. Thank you very much for the bits. SB Beaver cheering for this defense. Who's the defense now? Von Rue says in the USA there's a plumbing company called Roto Rooter. There is indeed. BB says, so I found out today root means something very different in Australia. Do I want to know? Stun on the final block against the Journeyman. Turn 7 now for the MAML Nightmare. Oh, all right. Okay, that's good to know. Gets the knockdown of the Rat Ogre, breaks armor, but only gets stun out of this on the blitz. Rack the Bludgeoner. Trying to get rid of that that pest that is the Rat Ogre. Use it in a sentence. I still can't figure out, like, hey, do you want to root tonight? Like, what? What? How do you... Oh, all right. It's a verb. It's a verb. Boy, what does that make root beer? Turn 7 now for the Steelers. They are just off the end zone. They're on the 22-yard line in the left wide zone. Going after this werewolf now. Now that the touchdown's all but secure, they're going to go after some of these high-dollar pieces. Got the knockdown on Dragon. Broke armor. Got a KO. We'll see if that sticks. Well done by the Steelers. Two-man player advantage now for the Steelers. Boy, man, I could just imagine, like, my life would have conversations that are so, like, oh, man. You want a what? All right, I'm going to need a root beer first. Foul appearance roll fails again. Big Ben on the block. There's the score, 1-0. The Blitzburg Steelers take the lead in this game. Very well done. That was turn 7, so 1 turn left for the offense here. Oh, the 7th inning stretch? Yeah. Root for the home team. 'Cause we don't have scruples. Boy, the name 7th inning stretch has a whole new meaning now. 6 on the blitz. Unfortunately, the Steelers have everybody back on the end zone. Probably won't do a whole lot here with the blitz. Man, that whole song's different now. Take me out to the ball game. Wink. He's going to move some players forward here. Fails the animal savagery roll with the rat ogre, so he'll just stay put. Iron Cynic, welcome to the stream. Iron Cynic says Scruples. Scruples sounds like a lame party board game. It does. It really does. I wouldn't be surprised if it actually was. Gonna block down the line here in turn number 8 for MAML Nightmare. Oh, I see what they did. JD Whitey has 1 turn left, so on the blitz they move players forward to get a block here in turn 8. Getting nothing out of the blocks on the line for the MAML Nightmare. Gonna blitz the Journeyman. 2-die blitz. They're gonna get a knockdown. 8+ breaks armor. Has to follow up. Got the armor break. Got a KO. We'll see if the KO sticks. But now the werewolf in a little bit of danger here. Might try to rush back to safety. Nope. Werewolf's going to stay put. Good pickup by the Ghoul. Declaring the pass for some SPP. Failed the pet. What? Failed the pass. Turn 8 now for the Steelers. So the Steelers have an opportunity to take some blocks. Scruples sounds like a game you would buy for $7 at Target. With like your overly friendly neighbors who heard you like board games, and they're like, "Oh, we like board games too," and they invite you over for a game night, but it's just Scruples. Scruples and Bumble and Cards Against Humanity. Did I block against number 4? Gets a push out of this. Blitz has been spent. 1-0 the score here. The Steelers not down any players here as they get back their KO. They'll have a full 11 going into the second half of this game, and they're going to be on offense. They're almost certainly going to retreat here in this first drive unless J.D. Whitey feels confident about getting more than 2 touchdowns on the board. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I never get back. Three on the line for the defense. So they're screening out the Skaven team except the sidelines. 6-7 currently on the line for the offense. Big Ben, the thrower, back to receive. Six on the line for the offense. The journeyman in that center position. Here's the kick. It's a high kick. One space forward for Big Ben. Gets it on the 50-50 catch. Ball now on the 14-yard line with blocks to take for the Steelers. The first block's going to be that right defensive end. Gets a knockdown. Now the left defensive end, Rotgut McSmash, will get pushed aside. 3-die block by the bus. Gets a pal looking for an 8+ on this journeyman. Got the 8+. Got the KO. One-man player advantage now for the Steelers. Yeah, the Neckar team hasn't been able to really find their footing with the blitzes. Has to lean in with the werewolves. But like we said in the pregame, that can just be real tough to do because you want to get those werewolf frenzy blocks, but you don't want to throw them out there to be risky and lose such an important piece. All the while, you have to screen out the pitch from these Skaven players. It could be tough. Not so trusty Patches, welcome to the stream. Not so trusty Patches says Turtle teams rot for the home team. Yes, they do. So there you can see pulling players back, not too far back, but has the ball now on the Steelers' 18-yard line. So by keeping the ball back here, any pressure, so he's not fully retreating. He could engage here to stall, but instead he's going to keep options open, and any pressure that gets overly committed, let's say this way, he can say, fine, I'll see you later. Or take the mark, take the block, and say, fine, I'll see you later. Remember, MA9 is super fast on its own. Combine that with a handoff, the sky's the limit. Perhaps literally. I haven't measured how many squares there are from the ground to the sky, but I bet you it's within 9. Took a foul against DK Runfast, trying to get the number 7 gutter runner off the pitch. Didn't get called off. Turn 10 now for the Steelers. They're going to move the ball forward. Now have the ball on their own 4-yard line. 2-die block on the right defensive end. Gets a knockdown on Corpse Grip Stumblefoot. You know what? You wouldn't stumble so much if you didn't have so many brain injuries. Like, look. I don't think the pumpkin's going to help you. I'm just saying. Dead Freddy, welcome to the stream. Dead Freddy says, it's 8 squares to the sky. that's just math. Sends Psycho down pitch, threatening a player into scoring position, I believe. Yeah, already in scoring position. A rookie gutter runner needs just 2 spaces to be in scoring position. So this is all they need. Tight cage formed around the ball carrier on the 4-yard line. Steelers trying to carve out some pitch over on the right side. Fails the dodge by DK Run Fast. Got a free reroll out of that, but failed again. And now turn 10 back to MAML Nightmare. Both teams with 2 rerolls for the game. MAML Nightmare, they need to find a way to get it on this cage. They have to get the ball. If this ball gets behind them, that might be it for them. But again, you've got to defend against this run. Very agile, very fast pieces. You've got to put tackle zones between the Skaven pieces and the end zone. Repositioning the defense, not getting drawn into the fight on the cage. 2 dive. Oh no, that's a foul. Not a blitz. That's a foul. Breaks armor on Psycho. Doesn't get called off the pitch though. Gets a stun out of it. Turn 10 for the Steelers. Electric Smith says, not the tackle zones mean anything to them. Well, that's why you need to get a lot of tackle zones, right? Two-die block by the Rat Ogre. Gets a push into a 2-die frenzy follow-up. Gets a knockdown here. Looking for the 8+. Got the 8+. There it is. 2-man player advantage now for the Skaven team. Regen kicks in. Got the armor break on the frenzy follow-up here. Knockdown on the blitz by Mean Joe Green. No armor break though. Boy, something was really wrong with my computer for a minute there. Turn 11 now for MAML Nightmare. Here's the blitz on Terrible Towel number 4. Gets a push again, out of this. Skaven Lime in decent pieces. Some coaches can over fixate on the gutter runners, and they are very good. Don't get me wrong, but none of these other pieces are pieces to sneeze at, right? Like, you know, if there's a lineman in position to score, he is a scoring threat. Another foul on the gutter runner. Gets called off this time. He'll argue the call. Succeeds in arguing the call. Fouls Psycho. Gets a stun out of this. The ref calls the foul. And Festoon says, well, I mean, it's a blodger gutter runner, you know? And the ref's like, wait, really? Oh, that's ridiculous. No, you're good then. You're fine. Blitz on Dragon, Red Claw now. Here in turn 12, the Steelers trying to set up control in the left wide zone, and there goes the ball carrier. Protected on the opposing 12-yard line. Steelers in very good shape here. The Necro team just can't find a way to get these rats off the pitch and start applying some pressure on the ball while still protecting against the run. Good 50-50 stand up by the rat ogre. And now a foul on the werewolf. These are all good oh boy. These are all good fouls, like good decisions, I think. It just happens to work out for the Steelers. You can bet that stings for Festoon after the 2 fouls on Psycho didn't pay off. Now 3-man player advantage for the Steelers. Turn 12 up for MAML Nightmare. They have 2 rerolls left. It is the last turn of the 3rd quarter. They're down 0-1. If they're going to make something happen, probably has to be this turn. 2-die blitz to get things started on DK Run Fast. They get a dodge push out of this. They'll take the normal push result. Doesn't matter. Two-die block on the bus by Brack the Bludgeoner. It's a knockdown here. 9+ breaks on it. That's good. Flesh Golems are a strength 4 piece with stand firm and block. The 3rd foul finally gets Psycho off the pitch. And the ref said, no, you know what? Actually, that is a foul. Didn't argue the call, used the bribe instead. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, the ref just wanted to talk. That was the problem. He just wanted to know. He wanted you to ask how his day was going. Got the foul. This worked out. But got rolled doubles, got called off the pitch. Tried to bribe the ref that only fails on a 1 and rolled the 1. Electric Man said, did he fail the bribe? He did indeed. Spent the bribe, failed, got called off anyway. Now another removal for the Steelers. They have, what, 5 now? 5 removals, so a 4-man player advantage for the Steelers. Steelers the Noodle, welcome to the street. It says rats are best. I feel this. I feel your sardonic tone. Try to hand off here. Failed the catch. So it's very easy for these gutter runners to eat up all your SPP. JD Whitey, cognizant of this fact, tried to hand off to get some SPP on someone else. Failed the catch, and now a slim margin of opportunity here for Festoon here on turn 13. Double pals and DK Run Fast. Probably needs to start thinking about putting somebody in scoring position, but with so few ball carriers left, and by few, I mean, really, it's just the Ghoul Runner. Gonna have to lean into these zombies. Whoa, my God! That was the most in-your-face casualty I've seen ever in this game. Got the removal here by the Flesh Golem. Got rid of another gutter runner. They can. They certainly can. They are MA4, but I guess so are the zombies. Really just need somebody to get this ball off to the Ghoul Runner. And now here he comes. Turn 14 for the Steelers. So no action on the ball. The Steelers get another opportunity to pick this ball up. 2-die blitz on Vrex the Devourer. Gets a both standing result out of this. Yeah. Could have chosen the push, but decided to keep the Wraith where he is. I think that's a good idea. There's the pickup. There's the pickup for the score. 2-0. The Steelers increase their lead. Steelers are going to get back their KO. They'll have 10 on the pitch and just one. One goes back off with MAML Nightmare, so they'll be down 3, I think. With 10v8 on the pitch. So just a couple of turns left for the Steelers. That means 3 turns left for the MAML Nightmare to try to get on this board. Good score. Offset anchor for the Steelers once more. Now MAML Nightmare. They're setting up with their 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 8p. Must be 10, right? 7, 8, 9, 10. Brilliant coaching. Nobody gets the extra reroll. MAML Nightmare still hanging on to both their rerolls. Ball kick to the 8-yard line. They have 3 turns to make something happen. Blocks on the line will start the turn. A POW against Terrible Towel 4. No armor break. 2-die block against Yesh. This is the Journeyman. It's going to be a push. Final 2-die on the line will be against Terrible Towel 2. Rolled double skulls on this final block on the line. Had to spend a reroll. Got a push out of this. Down to 1 reroll for the game. Even if the Nightmare can't get a win out of this game, if they can get a touchdown, that would be very valuable. Again, when we talk about player or team development, you want to be getting that SPP as early as possible for the simple fact that you get to use it more, right? If I buy, I don't know, if I buy a lawnmower because I want to start a lawn mowing business, the sooner I buy that lawnmower, the more time I'll have in the season to charge people for mowing their lawn, right? Same applies in any sort of economic activity, including Blood Bowl here. If I can get that SPP early enough and turn that into a skill that I can use earlier, then I'm getting more return out of that skill over the course of the season. So team development, very, very important in this early competition. Failed the ball pickup with Zorath. Spent the reroll. I think that was a good idea, but just couldn't get it to work out. And now Skaven doing what Skaven do. Hot Rod dodges in, picks up that ball with the big hand. It's a 2+ no matter what. Says, excuse me, this is mine. You dropped this, but it was mine. It's fine. I'll take it from here. (50-50) repositioning with the Rat Ogre. Works out. Takes a mark on the right side of the line. 2-die block. Gets a POW against Brack the Bludgeoner. Knocks down that Flesh Golem. Zealous Noodle says, true Skaven form. Everything belongs to Skaven. SB Beaver says, stepped out for the dogs. Are you starting a lawn mowing business? Blood Bowl pitch maintenance must pay well. I'm not. One die blitz. It's strength 2. 1-die blitz on the what would be the ball carrier for the Necro team, Zorath Fleshrender. And Zorath is again really the only effective ball carrier left on the Necro team. Well, yeah, left on the Necro team. Didn't get back either Werewolf. That's so frustrating. Third 15 for MAML Nightmare. They got a POW on Psycho. But no armor break. They take a mark on Hot Rod. Here's the blitz. 2-die blitz on Hot Rod. This is just going to be a dodge push. Doesn't follow up, says Hot Rod, you know what? Oh, wants to reposition. That makes much more sense. Didn't want to say behind Hot Rod. He knows that's a 2+ dodge. Hot Rod still has the 2+. He might try to pray to Knuffle to get somebody on the right side here. Two-die block against the Journeyman, number 11 over in the right wide zone. Gets a push. Seemed to be thinking for a second about whether or not to take the both down result. Turn 16 for the Steelers. There's no reason to take the both down result in my opinion, unless you're worried that Yesh is going to come in and assist. Final turn of the ball game for the Steelers. They have a re-roll, 2+, and they increase their lead to 3-0. They can certainly get the blitz. All right. Oh, I see. I was like, why do that? That's why. They could have certainly gotten the blitz, but instead wanted to dodge out to get the ball in the hands of DK Run Fast to spread that SPP around. After the blitz, moves in for an assist for the second block here with Mean Joe Green. Gets the knockdown, picks the block skill again, and there's the score. 3-0 now. The Steelers increase their lead. Very well played by JD Whitey here. This is a frustrating team to play against. I do not envy Festoon in this matchup. But MAML Nightmare will have one more go at it here to try to get on the board. If there's a timeout, they'll get 2 turns. Otherwise, I don't see them getting on the board. Only got back one of their werewolves. So they need, if they have a 1 turn, which I'm not sure, they would need 3 pushes. SB Beaver says Skaven's one of the teams that can out-elf the elves. Yeah, he certainly can do that. 3 on the line for the defense. Everybody else screening out that end zone on this final turn. Steelers have no turns left again, unless there is a timeout. If there's a timeout, Nightmare will get 2 turns to go. All right, so no 1-turn setup. Here's the kick. The weather's going to remain the same. Turn 16, final turn of this ball game. MAML Nightmare can't score. They're looking for some SPP to close out the game. Double skulls by Dragon Redclaw. Unfortunate, but that's the end. At least the werewolf's fine. 3-0 is going to be the final of this game. Congratulations to JD Whitey on the win. And with that victory, the Steelers are going to advance into 3rd place in Division A. Remember, the top 2 teams of each division makes the cut to top 8. The 2 best 3rd place teams between the 3 divisions also make the cut to top 8. This is the end of the midway point. The end of the midway point? This is the middle week. We have 4 more weeks of regulation to go here in the Chaos Cup before the cut to top 8. These are very, very competitive divisions. Lots of great coaches. Lots of great games. Many more great games to be played and to be had here in regulation for the cut to top 8. I look forward to them. I hope you do too. That's going to do it for... Whoop. Boy, the words that Automod doesn't like. That's going to do it for week 5. Week 6, BB Nut says, have you seen the amazing Nurgle cosmetics in the Blood Pass? I have not. No, I haven't. Week 6 will begin tomorrow, and coaches will begin scheduling their games at that time. And when those games get scheduled, you'll be able to check out and get alerted to that schedule on our website at maml.club. That's maml.club. Here on, I'm gonna love it. I'll check it out after this. Maml.club. It's maml.club here on Twitch or on our social media pages on Blue Sky X and Facebook. You can also watch previous games on our YouTube channel. Play Blood Bowl, man. This game is fun. You can play football against an infestation of rats. How fun does that sound? You can play Blood Bowl via Blood Bowl 3 on Steam, the Epic Game Store, PlayStation, Xbox, and in tabletop form at your friendly local game store. Until week 6, everybody, take care and enjoy the rest of your Tuesdays. Just think about that. Next time you have a vermin infestation, just think of it like a Blood Bowl game. But don't actually do that. I don't actually want you to do that now that I say it aloud. Or at least if you do, don't show me pictures. All right, we'll see you in week 6.